Hello, today I'm doing a movie review over The Hunger Games. Here's a quick introduction. So The Hunger Games is about 12 districts in a capital that all come together every year and nominate two people from each district, two children from each district to fight in an arena for survival. So they're all going against each other. So The Hunger Games really highlights survival of the fittest and inequality, and it's about power and media and how capitals with more money have more power, and then districts like District 12 and 11 don't have as much power. So it tells the story of Katniss and how courageous she is and how she has to survive. And why is this important? Like, what are the themes? So it shows rich versus poor, and it shows it all throughout, and you can tell. And media is used to control people because of propaganda, because they put on the screens what people want to see, what people will feel most emotional attachment to, and then it also makes us think about survival and fairness. So the costumes and makeup play a big role in the movies, in my opinion, because once again, it shows rich versus poor, because people in the capital, they have fancy wigs and big makeup and very fancy clothing, very expensive, very high end. And then districts 11 and 12, they have dirt on their faces. They aren't able to shower all the time, holes in their clothes. And it's just very simple and poor and just realistic. And so it shows the difference between the two. The main characters are Katniss, Peeta, and President Snow. Katniss is super, super brave. She has a very logistic way of thinking, and she becomes a leader throughout the stories. And one thing that really shows her leadership is when she volunteers as tribute for her sister, because her sister was originally nominated and she took up that role of going to play in the games for survival because she cared so much about her family and everything. And then Peeta, he's very kind and loyal, and he loves Katniss. He's a very deep emotional person with lots and lots of feelings, and he shows that all throughout the books with everybody he meets. The movies. And President Snow, he's very cruel, very, very selfish, and he wants to stay in control. He's very rich, and he definitely shows that he has a lot of power because he can really do whatever he wants to any of the districts. So the main struggles are human versus people, human versus nature, and then human versus self. And human versus people in the arenas, they are all trying to survive and fight against each other. So that is human versus human, and that goes directly, they are trying to survive. And then human versus nature, in the arena, there are things like poisonous bugs that can kill you at any second, poisonous fruits, and they try to trick you so you get out of the games without somebody else actually killing you. There's also things like wildfires. And then human versus self. Katniss goes through this throughout every single one of the movies. She has to make hard choices, and she has to stay true to what she believes in. And that also goes back to her logistic thinking and doing what she believes in. So in conclusion, this movie was not just about fighting to stay alive and going against other kids. It's about power, it's about hope, it's about surviving, and also doing what's right and staying true to yourself. And it makes us think about our world in reality. Although this is not a real world, and hopefully it'll never be a real world, how it is like this, but it makes us think about how a lot of rich people have power since they have money, and they can control whatever they please with propaganda and media. And so I think Hunger Games is very deep and explains meaning deeper than just fighting against other kids.
Huzzah!